Hey y'all, it's Barbara and Tim, and we are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we have a story for you about the Camp Scott. So this is a memorial bench, and let's see what it says on the other side. Do you know what it says on the other side, Tim? Let's see. Oh, there we go. In loving memory. And her grave is right over here. Okay, did you just? Okay, y'all, my gimbal's doing the thing.
Here,
Wendell,
you want me to do it?
sure. Okay, so the murders were on June 13th, 1977. And like I said, at Camp Scott, Girl Scout Camp in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. We are at the cemetery, and it's a beautiful cemetery where Lori Farmer is buried. We're going to try to track down all three graves for you, but they were at three different cemeteries. So we're going to start here. And Lori, let's see, she was the girls were 8, 9, and 10. Their names are Lori Farmer, 8 years old, Michelle Gousset, 9 years old, and Doris Denise Milner, 10 years old. They were brutally raped and murdered at Girl Scout camp in 1977. And this is Lori's grave. She was born June 18th, 1968, and she died June 13th, 1977. It says, "Our precious daughter, sister, and granddaughter, who for 9 years gave us so much love, joy, happiness, and beauty, will live in our hearts forever." That's beautiful.
And this has never been solved.
No, it's not been solved. It's not
There,
completely. They have a suspect that they believe uh,
right.
was involved, but her mother has asked for the investigation to remain open. So evidently, the family feel like there's a possibility that there were more than one
Yeah,
person.
because the way the thing happened was, is that there was three girls
Tent.
in the tent, and so whoever came in and was able to, I don't know how you pronounce how you'd say it, but there was three girls, and how do you keep three girls quiet, uh, trying to rape and murder them? And I mean, I've got grandkids that they're just they're all wild anyway. You know, there's no way that you could be um, going after three kids and being able to keep them quiet without having some type of assistance. So they believed that there had to be another person involved,
Well,
at least.
they found a size 9.5 bloody shoe print in the tent, but the man that they believe that they had was, which is Gene Hart. His name is Gene Hart, and they believe that he was the number one suspect. He wore a size 11 shoe, so I don't know how you explain that. I'm kind of with the Lori Farmer's mother. I believe there may have been more than one person involved in this. And Gene Hart had he was in jail and escaped two times, and he was in jail for burglary, and then another time he was in jail for and awaiting trial for raping two pregnant women. So he had a history of rape, which he did get sentenced for and went to prison for that, but he got acquitted for, they found him not guilty in this trial. So he was never convicted of this. And later years, like late 80s, they did some DNA testing, and he was back to being the number one suspect, but still not 100%.
Yeah, because in 1977 when this happened, they didn't have DNA testing
Right.
the way they do now.
So you guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We're going to just pause this a minute. We're going to go to another cemetery and look for the other two girls. They're all at 3 different cemeteries. So we're gonna pause for just a second. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all. So we found the gravestone for Doris Denise Milner. She was born in 1967 and died in 1977.
June 13th.
Yeah, 10 years old. And we just wanted to remind everyone that to keep an eye on the children, not just your children.
Yep,
other people's
Who
children.
would have thought you send your little girls to camp,
right?
And a tragedy like this happened? It's just so many people. They see things, but they, the way our minds work, we think our children are in good hands, and usually they are. It's just when you got somebody that's got a criminal mind and the way they think and stuff, and they just really outthink us on our trust or something. I don't know.
And in 1977, people were more trusting. When I was a kid in 1977, I was a kid, and I could get with my friends. We could go
trick or treat all day.
We could go trick or treating on Halloween, and just no adults, and walk around for hours. Get home 10 o'clock at night, and nobody would think twice about it. And you can't do that these days. You just can't do that these days. But 1977, they were more trusting. But there were some things that happened that leading up to this, and the camp counselors were, they're preparing for camp a couple of months ahead of time, and there were some odd things that went on. There was food missing. Somebody's tent got someone had gone through and looked through their personal items and stole their sunglasses. So there were some red flags. There was definitely some red flags ahead of time that today would definitely raise red flags. That was just a different day in 1977, almost 50 years. So now we're going to go and see if we can find the grave of the third girl. And I forgot to tell you where we're at. We are at, is this called Green Acres? It's in Sperry, Oklahoma, and it's north of Tulsa. So we're going to put you on pause one more time. We're going to go see if we can find the third girl's grave. Okay, you guys, we have located, was it Michelle Gousset?
Yeah, the third child.
Michelle Gousset. She is interred with her mother right here at the National Cemetery in Fort Gibson, Arkansas.
No, it was Oklahoma.
Fort Gibson. Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. Everything's Arkansas with me. Yeah, Oklahoma. Thank you, Tim. So that right there would be where her cremated remains with her mother and her father.
Father Richard F.
Father Richard F.
Yeah, Sergeant. He born in 1934 and died in 2018. And Georgianne, she was born in 1936 and she died in 2021.
And Michelle was 9 years old when she died in 19. Thanks for watching, and if you like our videos, please subscribe and hit like and share our videos. Thanks for watching.